Everyone wants to talk about success, strength, ambition, but nobody wants to talk about being the man. And that's exactly why most people never get anywhere. They don't understand that being the man isn't about acting tough on the surface or putting on a show for the world. It's about embodying power so completely that it radiates from you without a single word spoken. It's about stepping into any room, any situation, any arena, and commanding respect without having to beg for it. You don't wait for people to like you. You don't hope they notice you. You carry yourself with such force, such undeniable energy, that their attention is automatic. Being the man is not something you do, it's something you become. It starts the moment you realize no one is going to hand you anything. There's no magic lottery ticket. There's no shortcut, no cheat code, no secret meeting where the chosen few get whispered all the answers. There's only grind, there's only war, life is a battlefield, and every man alive is fighting for territory, physical territory, financial territory, mental territory. If you're not fighting, you're losing. If you're not pushing forward, someone else is, and they're more than happy to take everything you ever wanted while you sit there wondering what went wrong. Being the man means you look at the harshness of reality and say, good. You don't cry about it. You don't wish it were easier, you embrace it, because the struggle is the filter that separates the weak from the strong. Most people buckle under pressure. Most people fold the moment things get hard. They whine about unfairness, about bad luck, about how someone else had it easier. But the man, the real man, understands that hardship is the forge, pressure is the blessing. Every difficult moment is another opportunity to rise while others collapse. You have to hold yourself to a higher standard than anyone expects of you. You don't do the minimum, you don't do what's good enough. You don't coast on talent, on natural ability, on early wins. Being the man means you dominate every area of your life, not because it's easy, but because you refuse to settle for anything less. You outwork everyone, you outthink everyone, you outlast everyone. Even when you're tired, even when you're broken, even when everything in your body is begging you to quit, you keep moving forward because that's what real men do. You make yourself so powerful, so focused, so relentless that no obstacle can stop you. Most people are waiting for permission, waiting for validation, waiting for someone to tell them, you're good enough now, you can start. They live their lives as slaves to opinions, slaves to fear, slaves to comfort, but the man doesn't wait. He acts, he moves before he's ready. He builds confidence through action, not through useless thinking. He takes risks, makes plays, bets on himself, and if he fails, good, lesson learned, stronger now, ready for the next war. The man understands that fear is natural, but cowardice is a choice. There's a reason most people stay average. It's not because they're incapable. It's because they lack the guts to demand greatness from themselves every single day. They're too soft, too fragile. They spend their lives running from pain instead of running toward glory. Being the man means you flip the script. You seek the hard things. You seek the uncomfortable. You seek the lonely grind in the dark that nobody claps for, nobody notices, because you know that's where real power is born. Every man alive has a decision to make. Am I going to live as a sheep following the crowd, hiding in the middle, hoping life doesn't beat me too badly? Or am I going to live as a wolf, carving my own path, owning my destiny, bending reality to my will? There is no middle ground. You're either rising or falling. You're either becoming stronger or weaker. Every day, with every choice, you are voting for the man you become. Comfort or greatness, ease or empire. Excuses or legacy. The world doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't care about your sob stories. It doesn't care about your trauma. It doesn't care about your dreams. All the world respects is results. And results are earned in silence while you bleed, while you grind, while you push past every limit you thought you had. Results are born from lonely mornings, late nights, sore muscles, sleepless ambition. You don't find yourself through journaling, meditation, or waiting for some sign from the universe. You forge yourself through battle. You want respect. Stop asking for it and start taking it. You want power. Build it, brick by brutal brick. You want women to notice you, men to admire you, enemies to fear you. Earn it with your discipline. Earn it with your work ethic. Earn it with your ability to dominate your emotions, your doubts, your fears. You are not born a king, you become one. Every time you hit snooze, every time you skip the gym, Every time you eat trash food, every time you procrastinate, you are giving your throne away. You are handing your crown to a man who wanted it more than you did. A man who refused to be soft. A man who looked at the same temptations, the same obstacles, the same struggles and said, "Not me, not today." The man doesn't settle for the life he was given. He builds the life he wants. He doesn't blame his parents, his teachers, his boss, the economy, the government. He takes full responsibility. He says, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. And then he does whatever it takes. No whining. No wishing, just ruthless action. The cold truth is, most people will never be the man. They will spend their whole lives living in shadows, watching others win, watching others live the life they wanted, watching others leave legacies they'll never touch. And deep down, they'll know they had the chance. They just didn't take it. They chose easy. They chose safe. They chose comfortable slavery over dangerous freedom. But you have a choice right now, today, in this moment, to step up, to stop lying to yourself, to stop living small, to stop hiding from your greatness. It won't be easy. It won't be quick. It won't be painless. But it will be worth it. Every scar, every sacrifice, every lonely night grinding while others sleep, it will all be worth it the day you walk into a room, into a battlefield, into a kingdom of your own making. And the world knows without a doubt that you are the man. The second you accept being average, you've already lost. The second you start making peace with mediocrity, you've decided that your life will be a shadow of what it could have been. There's no neutral ground. You're either rising or sinking. You're either building yourself into a weapon or you're rotting from the inside out. Average men are everywhere whining, moaning, blaming the world, convincing themselves that their small lives are good enough. You're not here to be one of them. You're here to be the man. You're here to be a giant among insects. Real men don't tolerate laziness. They don't tolerate weakness, not in themselves, not in their circle, not anywhere around them. The standards you accept become the life you live. If you let laziness creep in, if you let bad habits creep in, if you let softness creep in, it doesn't just sit there, it grows like a cancer until you wake up one day trapped in a body you hate, trapped in a life you didn't choose, with dreams you buried so deep you forgot they ever existed. Being the man means you set brutal, non-negotiable standards for yourself. Standards that would make most people cry. Standards that most would say are too much. Good, let them cry, let them make excuses. You're not living for them. You're living to fulfill the highest, hardest vision of yourself. When your mind says stop, you push. When your emotions beg for comfort, you push harder. When your body breaks down, you find a way to keep moving. That's the difference between winners and losers. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's the refusal to quit. Real men don't complain. They don't sit around telling sob stories about how life did them wrong. You got dealt a bad hand, good, make it work. You got stabbed in the back, good, harden your skin. You failed 10 times, good, learn faster. Winners and losers are separated by one thing, how they respond to suffering. Most people get hit once and never recover. The man gets hit, smiles through the blood, and keeps swinging until the world has no choice but to give him what he came for. Life is hard. It's supposed to be. If it were easy, everyone would be rich. Everyone would be ripped. Everyone would be powerful. But the truth is, the world is built to break weak men. It's designed to chew up the soft, the lazy, the fearful, and it rewards the ones who stand up to it and say, I will not be broken. Being the man means you don't run from the fight. You don't avoid the storm. You walk straight into it, unflinching, because you know on the other side of the storm is a version of you nobody can stop. Every day you wake up, it's war, against your own mind, against your own temptations, against your own doubts, and if you think you can relax, coast, chill, you've already lost. Weakness doesn't take days off. Fear doesn't take days off. Mediocrity doesn't take days off, so neither can you. Every day you're either sharpening yourself or getting dull. There's no in-between, and here's the truth no one wants to tell you. Nobody is coming to save you. No mentor, no coach, no friend, no government, no system, nobody. You are on your own. And that's not a bad thing, it's the best thing that could ever happen to you. Because once you accept that it's all on you, you take control. Once you stop waiting for help, you stop being a slave. Freedom is earned when you stop hoping and start acting, when you stop dreaming and start doing. The world doesn't reward intentions. It doesn't care how hard you tried. It doesn't care how badly you wanted it. All that matters is what you produce. Only results matter. Only wins matter. You don't put your feelings on the scoreboard. You put points on it. You either win or you lose. And if you lose, you get back up and you go again until you win. No tears, no self-pity, just pure, merciless persistence. You sharpen your mind like a weapon. You study, you learn, you train your brain to think critically, strategically, powerfully. Weak men let the world program them with fear, distraction, and comfort. Real men program themselves with knowledge, discipline, and dominance. You build your mind into an unstoppable machine that cuts through lies, weakness, and excuses like a blade through paper. You build your body into armor. You don't work out for aesthetics. You train for war. Every drop of sweat is a vote for your future. Every brutal workout is a promise to yourself that you will not be broken, that you will not allow weakness a foothold. Your body becomes a living monument to your self-respect, your discipline, your hunger to dominate your reality. You forge your spirit into steel. Every betrayal you survive, every setback you overcome, every mountain you climb hardens you. Most people crumble when they lose. You get stronger. Most people cry when they fail. You sharpen your fangs. The man uses pain as fuel. He lets hardship carve strength into his soul. He looks back on every brutal chapter and thanks it for forging him into something untouchable. You don't negotiate with your dreams. You don't ask them politely to come true. You hunt them down with a savage obsession. You become so relentless, so focused, that people around you either rise with you or get crushed under your momentum. You do not slow down. You do not compromise. You do not apologize for wanting to conquer. You were built to conquer. You were built to build empires, to leave legacies, to carve your name into the bones of history. You don't wish for success. You don't hope to be noticed. You become the kind of man success cannot ignore. You become so skilled, so powerful, so undeniable that the world has no choice but to make room for you. Your existence becomes a force of nature. When you walk into the room, everyone feels it, the presence of a man who bent reality to his will. You want respect, earn it through results. You want freedom. Bleed for it in silence when nobody is watching. You want to build a legacy, then understand this. A legacy is not built in a day. It's built in millions of small moments where you could have quit but didn't. Where you could have settled but chose war instead. Where you could have taken the easy road but carved your own path through fire and blood. You don't just hope to be the man, you decide to be the man. It's a choice, a brutal daily choice, and every day that choice demands sacrifice, comfort, ease, popularity, sleep. You sacrifice them all on the altar of greatness. Every time you get up early, every time you train when you're tired, every time you work while others party, you're stacking bricks on your empire. And once you decide, there's no turning back. You either live every day in alignment with that decision, or you slowly decay into a fraud. You either live as a warrior or you die as a coward. There is no third option. There is no maybe. There is no sometimes. It's all or nothing. You live it or you don't, because the man you are meant to become is already out there. He's already waiting for you on the other side of your weakness, your fear, your comfort. He's waiting for you to kill the lazy, scared, weak version of yourself and rise. He's waiting for you to break free from the chains you've placed on yourself. He's waiting for you to stop living small, thinking small, acting small, and finally take your place among the strong, the ruthless, the remembered. You either meet him, that higher version of you, or you live haunted by the ghost of the man you could have been. Every man dies. Not every man truly lives. Most die without ever having tasted real victory. Most die having spent their lives hiding, lying to themselves, pretending. But you don't have to die that way. You can choose to live like a lion among sheep. You can choose to live as the man who never bowed, never broke, never surrendered. You have one life, one shot, one opportunity to build something so powerful, so undeniable, that even death can't erase it. To live so intensely, so fully, that the universe itself respects your effort. You have the power, you have the fire. It's inside you right now, begging to be unleashed, begging to be honored. The only question left is this: Will you rise and become the man you were born to be? Or will you waste your time, your strength, your potential and die an invisible, forgettable shadow of what you could have been? You already know what needs to be done. You already feel it burning inside you, that hunger, that anger, that fire. Stop hiding it. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Stop pretending you have forever. You don't. Time is your enemy if you waste it. Fear is your enemy if you obey it. Comfort is your enemy if you surrender to it. The world belongs to the men who demand it, to the warriors who rise when others fall, to the relentless few who refuse to kneel. You are not here to blend in. You are not here to play small. You are here to dominate, to conquer, to leave a legacy so massive that generations whisper your name. So make the decision now, not tomorrow, not next week now. Kill the weakness inside you. Bury the fear. Forge the man you were born to be with your own blood, sweat, and will. Step into your destiny. Step into your power. Step into war, because the throne is there, the crown is there, but it will not be given. It will be taken, and the man who takes it will be the one who refuses to be broken. Be that man.